We are back again. Okay, so let's start this. Welcome everyone to episode 15 of the Brave Frontier 5-star unit cast. I'm your host Treylox. Your judges tonight are Nova and Lance. Our guest judge tonight is Pika Hero. Before we start off today, I want to give a shout out to Nova, who is now #1 in Arena in Brave Frontier Global. Nova, how do you feel now that you've put in blood, sweat, and tears to make this happen?
I just like to thank the chat, thank everybody who's on my friends list, all the viewers, and I did it for you guys. And I'm probably not gonna stay there long because looks like, I checked. I'm still there during the duration of this entire maintenance, so I've been first for over like 4 hours, so that's good enough for me.
Well, I know that I will be like constantly checking the rankings and making sure you're still at the #1 spot. But I know you've spent a lot of you didn't even sleep to make this happen. So congratulations. Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for watching tonight. I believe the servers are down right now. So what better way to spend your night with us ranking new units? Tonight, we will be talking a little bit about the Hellborn Nightmare Vortex engine. And of course, we will be ranking the new 5-star units. At the ranking stage, each caster will rate the unit from 1 to 5 stars, 5 being the best, which is then recorded on the bottom left of your screen. After the ratings are finished, we will let you know if you should summon as a free-to-play player. As we rank the units, you can vote as well. Your vote will count as 25% of the overall vote. To vote, go to www.bfpioneers.com. Tonight, we're starting with the new Halloween Vortex. Lance, can you tell people a little bit about the dungeon and what you can get from the dungeon?
So what we're getting is a new sphere. So this is basically, for Halloween, what Gumi gave us was a sphere. And how you can get the sphere is by going through level 1, 2, and 3, and 4 in the Vortex. And for example, you can get the free sphere, which isn't that strong, by just going to level 1, 2, and 3. But if you want the really strong sphere, you're going to have to rare summon one of the new Halloween units. And if you summon one of the new Halloween units, you can actually go to the 4th one and get like a special drop so you can craft the stronger sphere. So you need a 5-star Siara or a 5-star Samira. So that's how the dungeon is right now.
Okay. What about you, Tony? Pika?
The new spheres, right? In the dungeon?
Yeah. What's your opinion on the new Vortex in general?
I think the new Vortex is really troll. Level 1, 2, and 3 was a cakewalk, and then once you hit level 4, if you didn't have the right team, pretty much just got smashed on. So actually, yeah, I struggled with that level 4 a little bit. I didn't there's so much a big difficulty gap, and I was just confused. I was like, man, dude, people who do not have good units aren't who aren't over level 100 with a full 6-star team is gonna really struggle with this dungeon. So yeah, caught me by surprise. But the spheres are really damn good. I say worth.
Okay. And Nova, I have a question for you. Now, there's been a lot of, I guess, controversy when the new Vortex dungeon came out in that you had to have a Samira or a Siara to get into the 3rd stage of the Vortex dungeon. What do you feel about that?
I guess from the general community, there was a lot of outcry because a lot of people were thinking that the units were going to be farmable during this event, except they weren't. So everybody got mad, and we had to rare summon for it. But you were guaranteed one of them if you did 10 rare summons. So I guess it was Gumi's way of trying to push out a unit for this event, get money, which they did pretty good, because the units are worth. But it's for the people who couldn't rare summon it, it was just why did I rare summon? So I guess it was more of a marketing strategy, and it paid pretty well if you ask me, because this is going on if you guys noticed, there was Amazon rebates at the time, and there's all this prep for the 1-year anniversary, so I guess it was their way of releasing their own units for global. They did a pretty good job, but in general, I just got the feedback that they just wanted everything to be accessible. And if it was like that, then I'm pretty sure there wasn't any complaints. But I guess pay to win the sphere for this event.
And Lance, I think you briefly mentioned about the spheres and what they do, but can you help people? Like, I've heard that these spheres will do like a double number of normal attacks, and I've heard that you can use these spheres on like arena units, and they're really effective.
Yeah, I can, I can probably go through my experience on that after Lance.
You know what? You can go, Nova, since you're
really
excited. Yeah. I'll talk about it after.
So, for me, I just kind of threw on the Halloween spheres because I just made them yesterday because I didn't touch the Halloween vortex until it was Halloween, and I was getting all these, seeing all these people with the spheres up, and I was like, are they really that good? And then I put it on, and I just saw how it worked, and I was like, okay, these are really good. And I put them on my arena team, and I was able to get a lot of battle crystals. And that got me thinking, it's like, you can get, right now in arena, it's really simple for you to get like 5 brave bursts. So I was like, can you get one step further? Can you get super brave bursts on like all your team? So I crafted a team around that, had out both of the Halloween spheres and high hit count units like Ulkina, Melchio. And I put Zel Knight and Load in there for BB fill, and my new arena team can basically consistently get 1 super brave burst off turn 2. Had 3, and it's possible to do 4 if I like double sphered them, but like sphere frogs are rare. So I was able to get super brave burst turn 2 in arena with those spheres. And Selena's coming, and I think one of the highest arena spheres has double hit count as well. So it seems like we're heading into double hit count age in arena.
Yeah. So just everything Noah said, but the thing is, just because of these spheres, the arena meta is changing really quickly now. Because the thing is, if you have one of these spheres, you do double your hit count. But the thing is, you don't actually do double the damage. But since you do double the hit counts, it's easier to get battle crystals now. And if you get easier battle crystals, your BB and SBB feels much more often and more frequently. So you have a chance to unleash Super Brave Burst by turn 2. And when we get the Selena Sphere 2, you can actually have 2 units in the arena. So what having one in this arena is like actually having like a secondary character, like a 6th character help you generate battle crystals. And then when we get the Selena Sphere, it's like having 7 people help you generate battle crystals. You don't do any more extra damage, but the thing is, like, imagine having like 7 people in the arena to help you generate battle crystals. Your battle crystals is just going to fill up so much faster that you can do second turn Super Brave Burst. And when second turn Brave Burst comes, it's going to really change the arena meta. All right.
Lance or Tony, do you prefer angelic foils now, or that new sphere that does double hit count?
Well, the thing is, the angelic foils, it got upgraded to ammo. I can't say that long name.
Amano
Habakan.
There we go. Yeah, it got upgraded to that. So, well, that sphere, it's nice, you know, because you have a chance to do critical. But the thing is, critical is really nothing unless you have like a a crit buff, you know, to help you. So it's really low right now. So the chances of you getting a lucky crit is not that good. So I think these spheres are really unique spheres. So you would want you only get like one of them right now. So if I would actually put them on one my unit and then have the other will use the upgraded angelic foils. Yeah, can't go wrong. They'll help you get battle crystals and get your BB and SBB. So yeah.
Okay. And I'm just going to give a quick comment on the Halloween Vortex agenda. You know, on the 3rd level when you have to face Delius and he gets this shield, really annoying shield. The tip that I came up with was, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people did this, was that get him down to really low shield levels and then try to burst him as much as possible. That's a way of like taking a lot of his HP away. All right. Okay, so let's go on towards the ranking, and we have 2 Halloween units, Siara and Samira. Tonight we're starting with the 5-star fire unit, Siara. Tony, what's your opinion on Siara, and which one do you prefer, Samira or Siara?
They both each has their ups and downs. They have their strong points, their weak points, but I definitely favor Samira because yeah, because that status element. But are we ranking Siara right now? Or
yeah, we're ranking Siara. So, what's your opinion on Siara? I just wanted to pose a question to you. Who do you prefer? But yeah, go ahead with the ranking.
But yeah, in my opinion, Siara is still really, really good. She's usable because she does give a decent attack buff, I believe. What is it like? Let me check real quick. Is it like 70%?
Siara?
I think it's 60.
Oh yeah, 60% for 2 turns. It's pretty decent. It's not horrible. And she's a 5-star, and she hits like what 12 times, so it's actually pretty decent. She's usable, but the thing is, she's not in par with like with other units, and she's decent, but I wouldn't give her anything higher than a 3-star. And yeah, I would say 3-star. The thing is, I would rate her much harsher if she was stuck at 5 stars. But the thing is, Gumi released that there are going to be actual 6 stars for these 2 units. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping they're going to be super OP. And because of that, it makes Siara a potential good unit to use. So I give her a 3-star, and Anima's my best type.
Okay. And just a quick note to the viewers. You guys can vote on these units as well, so we welcome you to check out the website listed in chat and go ahead and vote, and we'll tabulate your vote into the overall vote at the end of the unit discussion. So, all right, Lance, what's your opinion?
Just like Pika said, I think out of these 2, Samira is the better unit to use right now. But I have a feeling that Siara, she has a lot of potential right now. And we did hear that 6 stars is going to come out. So the thing is, right now, I think out of the 2, I think Siara has probably maybe a little bit more potential than Samira right now. Because right now, Samira, she's great. She does everything you want her to do already. And probably with the 6-star, it's just like she's just going to get more stats and do what she does better. But the thing is, I have a feeling that maybe, you know, when Siara comes out, maybe she'll be able to change the arena, like even like a little bit, because she has that 50% boost to all the elements except for light and dark, and then she's gonna be able to boost damage still to weak elements. So it feels like if they just tweak that a little bit more and give her something a little bit more for SPB, she can actually make like a big impact in the arena. So right now, like I'm really happy with my Samira. Samira is the better of the 2, but I think in the future, Siara, she might have something special that will make us like her more. Siara, if you look at her right now, if you compare her to Cuda, she's really similar to Cuda right now. What both of them do is both of them will attack and give you attack of buff. Her description says increased allies attack buff by 60% for 2 turns. But if you look at the raw skill, at BB10, it actually increases up to 90%. So 90% is not nothing. It's really close to the 115% max, which Michelle will give you. So 90% attack up buff. Like you can use her if you don't have Michelle. Like put a Siara in, and she would be like poor man's Michelle. And I think that's really useful right now. If you don't have the Michelle and you need something that gives you like an attack buff. So I really like Siara right now, but the thing is, she's not usable with her stats. Her stats is too low. You risk her dying. And the thing is, her leader skill is nice, but it's only 50%. So it's not quite on par with the 6 stars. So for her, I think I would give her a 3-star right now, and let's see if she gets better with her 6-star.
And your favorite typing, Lance?
And my favorite typing is Anima. So I was able to summon a Breaker Siara, and then I couldn't summon Samira. So what I had to do was do the 10 summons, and then at the 10 summons, Gumi gave me a Breaker Samira. So now I have both of them. So yeah.
Congratulations. All right, Nova. Looks like Lance compared Siara to Cuda in terms of attack buff. So I have a question in that Siara's leader skill gives a damage boost to weak elements. So with the upcoming 6-star form of Siara, is there still a need for a unit like Mare?
Oh, a unit like Mare, I think with the way things are going, just having the leader skill of a unit like Mare is not viable. Stats-wise, Mare is way too outdated as well. Just feels that all of the new units are outclassing all the old leaders, it seems, like with crit buff and with damage for elemental weakness. Because Mare was at, I believe, 200%, and that's down to 125, and Siara's is 75%, and that's just at 5-star. And she also gives an attack leader skill buff as well. So just because of that, we go with Siara. And
okay,
for Siara, I think she's been kind of overlooked because a lot of people are just really focusing on the crazy status effects of Samira. But I was actually able to use Siara kind of quickly in an arena. This wasn't at BB10, but what I noticed was that the reliability of that 18 battle crystal cost, like BB, is really viable because you just put your Siara like at the first slot in arena, and her BB will go off. Your entire team will get an attack buff as well as an AoE hit. At 10, this is 180% BB attack, which is more than like Uda, Lyra, Farlon, regular BB. And the attack buff is 90%, like Pep said. So that's actually quite a bit in arena. And you already have like all this stacking, like leader skill. Like for Siara, you'd add 50% on top of that. And this is just at 5-star. You guys are saying her stats are kind of on the low end, but she's still a cost 17 unit. So like stats wise, at Lord, like across the board, they look pretty good. Like if you project that to a 6-star, it would probably be one of the better units to use in arena as well, just based off that like low BB count. So for that, I'll give Siara a 4-star, and my favorite typing is Guardian. She's also usable in questing, but a lot of people have 6 stars, so you wouldn't use 5 stars for like anything like that.
Understandable. And what did the viewers pick, Lance?
Viewers picked a 5-star, so they really like her. 15 votes, 5-star.
Interesting. So now that you've picked 5-star for Siara, I'm curious as to what you would pick for Samira. So let's move on to Samira, and let's start off with Lance. First of all, I'm going to ask you, since we're ranking Siara and Samira, who would you take into the third part of the Halloween dungeon? You know, where you have to take in... Yeah.
Oh, the fourth part? Yeah, after the third part. Yeah, the fourth one.
Do you prefer Siara or Samira?
Yeah. Definitely Samira. What you want to do is you want to bring her so that she has that paralyzed, poison, curse weaken. You want to use that to attack. So a lot of like the thing is Siara's nice right now, but the thing is you don't really need her attack buff, because the thing is the only thing that she can bring to you is like she has a regular normal attack, which is 12 hits. And the thing what she brings is her attack buff, and her attack buff at 90%, it's not that much. So what you want to do is you want to bring in Samira, and Samira can actually, help you curse, paralyze, weaken, and poison. And I believe that's a lot more useful. But the thing is, if you're gonna bring, it actually really depends on what team you want to bring. If you want to bring like a tanking team, I would definitely bring Samira. Tanking team, just think it out. Hopefully you stun, paralyze, or curse or weaken. But if you are bringing like a crit team, like for example, if you want to bring like a double Maxwell, bring the Siara. Siara will give you that 90% attack up, and then you don't have to bring like a Michelle. So it just really depends on what team you bring. But for me, because you asked me what would I bring, I would bring Samira.
Okay. And what's your ranking for Samira, Lance?
My ranking for Samira is I'll give her a 4-star. Samira right now she's really 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 strong for a 5-star. She's probably, if you just compare 5 stars, she's probably one of the strongest 5 stars up there. Easily a top 10. It's just like that her chance to just like paralyze and like poison and sickness, 65% chance of that happening, and it's just crazy. When it's AOE and it hits all your enemies, especially in arena. Yeah, she's really really strong right now. So I would have to give her a 4-star, and I think that she's gonna be even better with her 6-star. So for a 5-star, I'll give her a 4-star, and my favorite type is Anima. So.
Got it. Okay, Nova, what's your opinion?
For me, Samira is great. It's just that she lacks the one thing that I really look for right now in a unit. It's Battle Crystal Generation. 5 stars, you only get 8. That's literally like the lowest I've seen in like forever, because all of the units generate at least more than 10. So for me, that's kind of a turnoff. I guess on the upside of that, you get a ton of just like status ailments like curse, paralysis, poison, and sickness. It's all great. As to what I'd bring for like the level 4, it does depend, but I guess on general, people wouldn't bring a status ailment unit, so that's your new kind of status ailment unit. Probably people have forgotten about what I said about when we were doing the kind of like the God Usurper set. But status ailments might be coming up like more frequently in the future, and it seems like status ailments are here now with Samira. So for that alone, Samira will get a 4 stars for me. Best typing Guardian.
Got it. And Tony, your opinion, please.
Right now I'm just looking at Samira, strong point, which is in the arena. As Nova said, her BB fill is 20 crystals, but in arena I think it's like it gets divided into half, right? So it's 10, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, her hit count is like so low, and it's sometimes when I use her in arena, she doesn't get her BB sometimes, and that's even with one of those new spears that you equipped her with, which gives her double the normal attack. And sometimes I don't even get the BB. But the thing is, when she does get the BB, she just like tears everything apart. I always get consistently always 3 paralysis on every unit, and whenever her BB goes off, she just kills everyone. So she's so good for arena, and well, for questing, she isn't bad either. But the thing is, there's a lot of bosses who are immune to those kind of like status elements, and they're not really usable. And the thing is, if you're really like far into the game, then if you're using a Samira and you can't like paralyze or give them status elements, she'll probably die if she gets hit a couple times, because her stats are so low. It's worse than Siara's, and Siara's was pretty bad already. But Samira definitely really good for arena, and I give her a 4-star. Best typing is Anima.
Okay. And how did the viewers vote, Lance?
Okay, so it's tied right now. So yeah, 5-star and 4-star is tied 13-13. So one person needs to vote to break the tiebreaker.
Oh, it's 4-star now.
Oh, yes, 4-star now.
Are you guys surprised that Samira is like getting a slightly lower vote than Siara?
Well, the thing is, Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, but both of these units are good. But the thing is, I just don't think Siara right now gets a 5 star, because if you're giving her a 5 star, that means that she's as good as Lily Mata, she's as good as Grawl, she's as good as Maxwell, you know. And I just don't think that she's at a 5 star level like their tier yet. So a little bit surprised, yeah.
Yeah, and 60% boost to attack buff. That's not even close to Michelle, dude.
90.
So, I can't...
90, yeah.
Oh, is it 90?
Yeah, like the skill it says 60%. Like the skills description says 60%, but if you get it to
That's like
50,
level
10,
5. Yeah.
yeah, then it's not 90. But the skill says 60%.
Yeah, but not close enough.
Not close enough. 90%.
Hey, that 25.
You know?
Hey, that 25% matters, dude. All right.
Not really. As long as it's like close to 100, for me, that's good.
Where did you guys read that at? I only see 60%.
You have to look at the raw skills. The raw skills says BB10 is 90%.
Oh, BB10.
Yeah,
Yes.
I never level up BB10, so like 4 or 5 star unit that's gonna get a 6
Yeah,
star.
yeah.
I
I know
never
what you
do
mean.
that. So
Yeah.
it's just a waste. So I guess that's a turn off too.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like I don't level Brave Burst until they get 6 stars, and then that's when I start to seriously level Brave Burst. You know,
Okay.
unless they're like Graw, where they're stuck at like 5 star for so long, then you get them level 10 Brave Burst. So
Yeah.
It's just gonna spend all this time leveling up his BB, and then bam, 6 star comes up.
So do we now have a winner from the tiebreaker?
yes, it's 4 star.
4 stars. Okay. The next unit is the batch dubbed God's Army. We will start today with Ulkina, the fire unit. So I was taking a look at Ulkina's skills earlier. It looks like Ulkina Brave Burst heals and cures status ailments. So with this unit, do you think we still need a tree as a healer? Because they basically do the same thing. Nova, what do you think?
Well, since we're talking about a 5-star Ulkina right now, the tree is still better because the tree has the Super Brave Burst, which protects you from ailments for 3 turns, and a ridiculously high heal. Looking at Ulkina, it's kind of comparable to the tree's regular Brave Burst, which is a heal. And for me, I'm just gonna say this straight off the bat. Healers, for me in general, you need them to have defense. So I always say Guardian, because recovery kind of matters, because you don't want your healer not to be able to heal itself. This is like true even for I remember this all the way back from the tree. I actually pulled an Oracle, and it was my first one, and I actually wasn't pretty mad, even though like recovery back then didn't mean the same thing it did now. For me, I can see Ulkina kind of being used like lower arena rank as well, because she has that medium reduction to Battle Crystal, which a lot of see because we have Fee, and Fee is an awesome leader because of the leader skill, and she has an AoE Brave Burst, which is why a lot of people don't use Zelha for that slot. I just think that with the heal from an Ulkina 5-star won't do much, because it's only, I believe it's like 2,000 something, and even with like recovery boosts spheres on top of that, you'll probably be able to get to like 3,000, 4,000. But the units we're at now have like over double that HP. So in terms of healers, there's way more healers, but just because it is a healer, I'm gonna give Ulkina a 3-star.
Okay. Tony, what do you think?
I think a lot of what Nova said is true. Because she doesn't have any damage in her attack until she gets her SVB, that's a turn off. But that 15% BB reduction is really good for arena. And I was actually using Cell Knight until like I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to get a Fee. Then she's just a lowered like 5% difference, which is still pretty good if you don't have like one of those top tier units to use. But the thing about using arena is that she does no damage, so that's really bad for me. And For questing, she just pretty much heals all the time, and I don't really like that much because like I hate having people who just sit there and do no damage for questing, because I rather use like Zell Knight's HC buff instead and do some damage instead. She's really not that great right now, but later in the future she will. So give her a 3-star.
Okay. And your typing, please.
Anima. All the healers I'd like to have Anima.
Okay. Lance?
Like, the thing is, I don't think she's ever gonna replace the tree, like, as a dedicated healer. Like, for example, where you need, like, lots and lots of healing. But the thing is, I think, like, if you don't have the tree, and you have her, like, you won't miss the tree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I did a lot of Maxwell fights this week, and the thing I noticed is that when you're using the tree, it's really hard to get the trees SBB full. So most of the time, when your unit is low, you're not gonna be, oh, I almost have SBB, I'm just gonna wait next turn so I can use it. If your units are gonna die, you're just gonna have to use the BB to heal your units.
Right.
Sometimes Maxwell doesn't give you like an option to see if you're gonna heal or not heal. You just have to heal if that's the only thing you have. So the thing about Ulkina is she has her heal is the same as the tree's heal at regular BB, not SBB, but at regular BB she heals 2600 like the tree. And when I was fighting Maxwell, most of the heals, I would say like maybe 80% or 70% of all my heals were just regular BB heals and not SBB heals from the tree. And that wasn't because I wanted to do it, but that's because Maxwell forced me to heal because my tree is low. So if you don't have a tree, like when you get a 6-star Ulkina, she can definitely replace your tree, because the thing is she's gonna nullify elements too. And that's what the tree does: nullify elements, cure elements, heal. And the thing is, what she brings at her 6-star form is a really high hit count, 17 hits. So she's going to help you generate battle crystals, and hopefully you can have her use her SBB more often to do damage. But comparing her to her 5-star form right now, she is useful right now. But the thing is, you just wouldn't bring her because there's so much better units out there. Like, if you're going to bring her just for her great heal and cure elements, why not just bring an old tree if you have one, So she's not 5-star material right now. But I have a feeling that, when she gets her 6-star, she's going to be definitely useful. Because the funny thing is, she's a 5-star right now, but her overall average stats is actually higher than the tree's 6-star tree right now. So that's like a little bit, it's kind of funny. But yeah, I think our 6-star, she's going to be useful, but now 5-star, she has to get a 3 stars rating. And favorite typing is Anima, so.
I had a question for you, but I forgot. But now that we're done ranking these units, there's some questions posted in chat. How do you actually pronounce her name? Would you pronounce her Ulkina, or Urkina, or Urukina? Which one do you guys prefer? Ulkina, Urkina, or Urukina?
I think it is like how you and Noah say it.
The first one.
But like how I do is I keep the L silent, and then I just say L Ulkina. So.
Oh, Ulkina. Okay.
Yeah, but I think how Noah says it.
Ulkina.
Yeah, Ulkina. Yeah, Ulk. But I think
like translation of names, just like try.
Yeah, I think however you say it, I think we'll understand because her name is really unique right now. So yeah. Well, we got you. If you can just like say
3
it.
syllables.
So, yeah.
Ulkina. Okay. What do the viewers think, Lance?
So it's 4-star, 15 votes. So yeah, they really like her. And the second highest vote is actually for a 5-star at 12 votes. So yeah, if she didn't get the 4-star vote, she would have got 5-star votes. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, so the next rank. Oh, sorry, Nova.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it reminds people of the tree, and everybody wants the tree, so...
All right, which brings up, I had a question about Ulkina, because I believe her SBB loses the ability to heal.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's flexible. You know, if you want to do damage, you can do damage. If you want to heal, you can heal.
Right, like you said,
So
we're not
yeah,
always going to get SBB on those dedicated healers, anyways.
yeah.
So,
But the thing is, right now, she can attack. So the thing is, what you do is, I know everyone here has defeated Maxwell, so you guys probably know this. But sometimes, you know, when you have your Olu or Dummy show up, the showed up, right? You attack with your tree because you know that next turn, Maxwell, he's just gonna be barely hitting you for any damage, you know. So that time you hit with the tree, you know. But the thing is, or like when you have that spot where you have like 2 free turns to do anything you want to, because Maxwell's not going to use a Secret Song or Rune, you know, then you can use her SBB, you know, and attack the Maxwell. So you have like a lot of flexibility, you know, when you're using her. So
okay. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next unit. The next unit tonight is Kula, the water unit. So, from my opinion, just looking at Kula's skills, it seems that Kula is a pretty good water unit. But the thing is, in the water tier is already very saturated with really good units. So, Tony, what do you think of Kula? Is Kula really necessary?
I'm kind of one of those people who are like confused about Kula. Because like I think last week I said like water units are more like a supportive type in this game, but Kula is just like changing the whole like meta around for the water units because she's starting to do a lot more. She does BB fill now, and when she gets her 6-star, she gets like what 115% attack, the same as Michelle. So it's pretty insane, and she's like Kula's gonna be one of those really really good water units now, and she's definitely gonna be usable. But her 5-star right now, I say it's still usable because she still does 10 hits, and when I say 10 hits, I'm like, oh, it's alright, it's not that great. But the thing is, he adds BB gauge fill too, so that's even better. And that's the only reason why I'm giving him a 3-star, because that BB fill, and it's really useful, and his HP leader skill 30% at 5-star is insane. So he's really she. Is it a she or?
Yeah.
It's so confusing.
I was making the same mistake.
it's a she. Yeah, you started with she, and then you went.
Yeah, I said she, he, she, he. I'm like, what? I'm so confused. Like,
I'm so confused.
like what the heck, man? All right, so yeah, she's still really usable, and it's a she, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a female.
Come on, man. You know, Japanese artists, dude. They're like mess up the gender around, just like Maxwell. You know, you never know. So yeah, I give her
3
Wait,
stars.
it was
3
yeah,
stars.
3 stars.
Yeah. In your typing preference?
Of course, anima.
Anima. Okay. Okay, Nova. What's your opinion on Kula?
For me, I kind of just gave up on the entire water element and placing any unit into my arena team, other than I guess it was Ulkina, because she got crazy amount of BC generation and the possibility of super brave burst, but that was only on one team, and Fee as a leader. But if I wanted to put in any other water units, it was just kind of like, you know, like nothing that I'd want. I'd have to put like forced to choose a Raquel. But now Kula's out at 5-star. It's going to be usable in arena for me. Water definitely needs more flexibility on arena units. They're great supportive types, but there's like no offense there yet. So Kula brings that to the table, which I really like. The BB fill for 1 turn is pretty high as well. 7 battle crystals, so you can probably bring a Zell Knight and a Kula since they're different elements, and since BB gauge activation adds it right away, you'll probably do well with a Kula in your arena team for that water element. And for that, I'm gonna give Kula a 4-star because it's kind of the one thing water units are lacking is more offense. rather than like supportive types. So it's still supportive, but gives more like of an offensive capability. Stats wise, I like Kula Guardian because Guardian is Master Race, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. And Lance, what do you think of Kula?
I was pretty happy about Kula when I first like saw her unit art, or saw her raw skills. She's one of the. If you guys didn't know, she's one of the ones that can give you a 115% attack boost at 6 stars. So she and Michelle are tied for the highest attack boost buff that they can get. So if you guys are gonna be using double Maxwell to fight the Selena Vortex coming pretty soon, you wouldn't bring a Michelle, but the thing is you can actually bring a Kula, and Kula can give you that 115% attack buff, and you can fight Selena without having to worry that Selena's gonna retaliate and kill your Michelle. So that's really unique about Kula right now. And right now she's usable right now because she has a water AoE attack and a BB fill. Her BB fill is only 7 battle crystals, and then at 6-star it gets turned into 8 battle crystals, which is just one more, but you get one more. I found that really useful because I've been using a Zone Knight sometimes just to fill up my units like BB gauge, like when it's almost there but it's not quite there. What I do is I use my Zone Knight, and then I use his BB or SBB, and then he helps my other units get their BB gauge filled. So I think that's going to be really useful. Just pop your Kula's BB, and then she can give the units a full BB gauge, and then they can attack. Mm-hmm. And yeah, one of the few units will give you a 150% attack up buff at 6 stars. But right now, she's not that strong compared to all the other 6 stars up there. There's like so many 6 stars out there. So she's definitely usable if you're starting, or she's the only unit you have right now. She's definitely usable at 5-star. So I would give her a 3-star, and her recovery looks pretty decent at 1646 lore. So I would give her an enema type. So that's fine.
Okay. And the viewers voted.
And so 13 viewers says 4-star too. So
split right in the middle.
Yep, right in the middle. I think if Nova can vote, Nova would give her 3.5. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, so now we're done with half of the batch. Let's move on to the latter half. The next unit is Tia. The Earth unit Tia. So this question's for you, Tony. In terms of which unit's more kawaii, do you prefer Tia or Themis?
I knew this question was going to pop out.
That's a hard one. Holy crap, man! What if
okay, I'm looking at the unit art, and then Tia has riding a deer who is riding a cat, and there are squirrels on her head, and there's a bird flying. Themis, not so much.
Mm-hmm. Tony, it's just right. If you can't decide, just have you seen Tia's attack animation?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh God! Her animals attack her. That's.
But she's holding a flute. I think.
Does that give her kawaii points?
Because
she has a flute and she has some deer, some animals sitting beside her.
Yeah, I mean, it's your call. I mean,
yeah.
Who would you give the nod to?
Tia.
Tia?
I'm gonna say Tia, yeah.
Oh man.
Well, the thing is because I have way too many Themises, and then kind of hurts my eyes when I see 10 of those just sitting in my inventory.
Chocolate is disappointed.
Yeah, I've probably seen too much Themises, so I'd probably say Tia.
Okay. All right, so it looks like Tia got a vote from Pika, and go ahead and rank the unit in terms of usefulness.
Oh man, Tia, her usefulness is not really good right now. Oh man. She's one of those like units where I'm really confused of like the only all the healing class units are the ones that like confuse me the most, man. For some reason, like all the healer classes confuse me because people do not like the regen, but the thing is she does the recover and buff the regen, so it's really good, but that's all she does and it's not useful. And her leader skill is like kind of crappy too. Like why do you need that? And she's not like I'm just gonna make it like straight up rating. I'm just gonna give her 2-star just because I can't find any use for her right now. Because at 5 stars, I'm pretty sure you don't need those kind of her BB, like a heal and like more recovery. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't need that.
I understand.
And yeah, I give her 2 stars. And as a healer, Anima, like she's so confusing. I can't find any good reason to use the Tia, but she is like her 5-star is not really that great, but her 6-star is like a different story. So we'll get into that later. And
Sounds
yeah.
good. Nova, go ahead.
Okay, so looking at 5 stars, all I see is heals. Heal, 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 heal over time, heal, great heal, and like it would be better if you had a super brave burst so that heal over time would make more of a difference, but there's no real use of just healing, so that's 2 stars for me. 5-star stats are okay. For me, a healer unit gets more defense, so you don't need attack on a healer, so Guardian. And I guess the only reason why you'd use a Tia is like if you're bringing like a really just like nobody really does this, but if you're bringing like a really tanky team and your goal is just to live, so you'd bring a Tia and you'll just heal for days and you'll be like alive forever. Because Tia will just keep on healing you for that. And if you bring a strong enough team to withstand anything and just survive, like you'll do minimal output damage, but you like live through anything. So Tia would be good for that.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So what was your ranking? I didn't catch that.
2-star Guardian.
2-star Guardian. Okay. And Lance, what is your opinion of Tia?
Well, Tia, it's like Tia's like to me, Tia is like a Lancia, you know, because the thing is she has that heal, and then over time. But the thing is, Lancia actually has that attack up buff, you know. But the thing, all she does right now is she heals and heals over time at her first bicep form. So right now, that's not really needed. Right now, heal over time is really outclassed by general the great heal and by heart crystal buffs, you know. Because with heart crystal buff, you don't really need heal over time. And what heal over time does is it just regenerates your HP, you know, like when you're hurt like 10 or 20% and you don't want to use like a big heal, and sometimes you use like a potion or elixir, but if you don't want to use that, then the heal over time will take care of that. But the thing is, it's not needed, you know, it's not needed. All you need is like a large heal. That's when you want to heal. When your team is like really hurt, you do a large heal, and that takes care of your team. Or if you have like a heart crystal buff, you know, from like a Zonite or something, you can regenerate your HP like turn after turn after turn. So you don't need that heal over time, which doesn't heal that much anyway.
Okay.
So this is why it's really hard to give her a good score, even though she is so quiet, like you and Beak were saying. But the thing is, I think even if she's not good, I think I would keep her. You know, just because her attack animation is awesome. You know, all the animals around her attack for her. I think that's really epic. But right now, it's just really hard to justify having like a healer on your team when the meta is, you know, it's like popping in like a big Olu or Diamond shield, you know, to protect you, or like using that double maxwell to do all those crits and damage. You know, it's really hard to bring like a healer that has only heals and heal over time. So 5-star Tia gets 2 stars right now, and her recovery is decent right now at 17-15. So I'll just give a little bit of that and then put in HP for anima. So 2-star and anima.
Okay.
And Nova, how does it feel to be like in between two anime lovers?
I've been used to it since I started supporting Guardians, but like
yeah.
you know, there's somebody top 30.
Well, the thing is, right
Guardian
now,
Master Race.
yeah, the thing right now is, for example, Tia's like her, she only heals, but the thing is, her attack range is actually pretty decent, around 1500, you know. So she can actually like do a little bit of damage.
Like attack. But...
Yeah. Like, so if you compare Tia to like like an Altri, where Altri has like 1300 attack, then I was like, even if the tree attacks, she's probably not gonna be able to do like barely anything. So I like a Guardian Altri would be nice, when they have like almost no non-existent attack and they're a healer, then that's when I like my Guardian healer. So.
Okay.
But I like all my healers like that.
We have a question here from NoPro54. He's asking all of us, who do you guys prefer, the tree or Tia?
The tree.
Oh, the tree.
The tree.
Definitely.
In terms of usefulness.
Tree.
All she does is
Tree.
heal, and the tree has heals and status removal and prevention.
Lance, you were talking about Tia's leader skill, which was a heart crystal buff. And I remember when Luli first came out, she gave a heart crystal buff as well, or something like that. And I thought it was a gimmick. I'm like, oh man, like what do we need this for? But
yes.
you may have proved me wrong. I may actually use Tia if I get her, which will be
Yeah, it's really crazy right now because, for example, I don't know if you saw the video, but Zonite 6-star can actually solo. He can actually solo Juggernaut. Yeah. So that's how strong Heart Crystal like the buff is. He'll generate that much Heart Crystal. So this is why we don't like heal over time and rapid for Heart Crystal buff. So yeah.
Okay. And viewers votes.
So 16 viewers voted 3 stars. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Wait, who's going up next?
Who is going up next? Raking Rogan?
Rogan, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe Nova will start off.
You ready to put your flame shield up, Nova?
I'm pretty good. They can't yell at me. Oh.
Put your flame shield up and make sure you
I'll use
windows.
Dilius's shields.
Oh, her
myself.
elemental shield. There we go.
I'll put my Malice jewel in front of me. They'll save me.
And barricade your house.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the 5 stars to pop out right now. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go. The 5 stars.
All right. Yeah. Let's start with this guy called Rogan. A lot of you guys
5 stars.
remember Lilith, 5-star form. Everybody just went like, yo, this is okay. It's good. And looking at Rogan, it's kind of the same thing. It's like, oh, it's okay, it's good. But leader skill sucks. I'm going to say that right now. Crit damage bonus. Crit, in general, is unreliable. That's why I never liked crit teams. So I just never liked crit in general. But I still had to use it because it was broken. But now that it's been kind of nerfed, especially on the Zebra end, 100% damage for crit is like nothing. Because number one, it's not reliable, so you'd have to get a dedicated unit just for crit buff for that to happen. So there goes Rogan's position as a leader. Basically, nobody's gonna really use this guy as a leader, so you're gonna have him in your squad. So what does he bring to your squad? It's a single target attack with weakness. Weakness sucks because ignoring defense is better. And the percent on it is high, 520%, but that's on one enemy, so that's only good for boss fighting. Refills fast, but have one hit that generates 15 battle crystals, which is good. But just don't yell at me for saying this. I hate Rogan at 2-star. He sucks. So I'm giving him a 2 for 5-star. Rogan, don't yell at me. The pain. His weaken percentage is high, but honestly, it really wouldn't do much, especially on units that have Like you bring Rogan to boss fights, but there's no use for him right now with his regular Brave Burst because you need more consistent damage output, like a 6-star Lilith or like a different leader skill, so that you can actually use him for something. Because right now I wouldn't use Rogan for anything, and I'm telling the truth. So 2 stars, best type is Guardian, and I don't. It like pains me to say this, but I don't see any use of you having a Rogan in your team right now for anything. So that's it.
So yesterday on Lance's Halloween stream, it seemed that everyone was trying to summon for Rogan. Nova got what, like 1, 2? I'm not sure how many. I lost count. So what makes Rogan so useful? I heard of a lot of sucking from Nova today. What makes him so useful, Lance?
I can answer that.
Okay.
The thing about Rogan is you take a look at him, and it seems like his leader skill sucks because Zebra and Maxwell does it better than the leader skill. And the thing is, if you compare it to Lilith, Lilith, some people actually can use Lilith as a rainbow leader, but the thing is, you can't use Rogan as a leader. So you'll go to the arena, and sometimes you'll see Lilith as a rainbow leader because that's probably the only one they have that's good. But the thing is, if you're stuck with like a Rogan, and you can't just go, oh, I'm gonna make him a leader, because the thing is, he can't be a useful or good leader. So yeah, but the thing that sets him apart from Lilith is his attack. This guy, he has the same attack as Lilith, which is basically attacking and regenerating your SBB. And this, we were talking about the 5 stars right now. And the thing is, his one hit, even though it's just one hit, it generates like a ton of battle crystals with that one hit. So it's not that bad. But the thing is, until he gets his 6 star, he's not going to be useful. And the reason why a lot of people are really looking towards Rogan is his base attack. I believe both him and Lilith, their percentage multiplier is around 620%. Wow. But the thing is, this guy, his base attack is so much higher than Lilith. It's not exact right now, but I think Lilith, her base attack is around 2,000 just for stats. But the thing is, Rogan, he gets to like around 2400. So
at 6
that's
star?
Yeah, at 6 star.
Okay.
So this is the reason why everyone's really hyped for Rogan, because this guy, he's like he's like Lilith, but he's like a truck. And so yeah, people are really excited for him because of this. Like, for example, you saw how fast Pika was mowing through people with Lilith. If he was using double 6-star Rogan, like, he will mow down them even quicker, because Rogan, his base attack is just like so high with Lilith's same type of SBB. So this is why people are really excited. Okay. But yeah, but the thing is, yeah, you can solo Carl. Yeah, you can have one of them. But the thing is, just like Noah was saying right now, at 5 star, like, what are you going to do with them? Single target doesn't regenerate that single target big burst. What are you going to do with them? Leader skill is not useful at all. And weakness, like, because things right now is really like paralyzed, or at least maybe a curse. Those are some of the top status elements. But weakness, like, what are you gonna do with weakness? That's single target, that does one hit, and it's really hard to put him in the team. But when you get a 6 star, that's when people are gonna be taking out their Liliths and putting Rogan in, so you can just hit like a truck round after round after round, regenerating that SBB. But for now, I agree with Nova. He's not useful right now. I would give him 2 stars, and yeah, I'm still trying to cross my fingers for Anima Rogan. So, like how I think Nova got Anima Rogan. So, yeah.
Nova has one of everyone.
Yeah.
Even the unreleased units.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tony?
Confirmed. I already have all of them.
Yep. He already has all of them, guys. Go check out his stream later today. Tony, what's your opinion on Rogan?
Alright, I'm just gonna put up my flame shield right now for all the Rogan lovers out there. He is almost close to trash, like right now, 5 stars.
Oh boy.
Because think about it, he has one shot in his BB, and then, like, imagine you're in a standoff, alright? You shoot somebody, they don't die. What are you gonna do? They just gonna wait there and wait for you to reload or something? Like, oh shit, I couldn't kill him. Hold up, give me like 3 turns to fill up my BB real quick. Nah, that's not gonna happen. And
Okay.
oh my god, that leader skill, that crit damage is so unreliable. Like, if he was like Lilith, like a rainbow, like 50 or 65% attack buff too, he'll be like useful, you know? Like he'll actually do something. But this guy is so hard to use right now, and it's like so bad. Like one shot for everything. Without his SCB, this guy does not shine at all. And
His hit count's 1, right?
yeah, for everything.
my
But he
goodness.
does generate a decent amount of crystals.
Yeah,
so.
30 battle crystals at SB.
Yeah, that's the thing that people
Yeah.
don't like forget to mention all the time. Like, oh man, this guy only hits once. He's not gonna give a lot of battle crystals. Well, that's completely false. He actually does give a lot. But yeah, in my streams, like people like saying, oh man, I pulled a anime Ulkina. What I really wanted was a Rogan. I was like, oh man, dude. And Rogan's so trashy right now. Right? I don't think he's he's not a required unit. I just say he's luxury if you can afford to get him, because I say Lilith is better. This guy's just a luxury. Like if you already have all the units, like might as well like get him too, you know.
Okay.
But he's not really useful at all. But I wouldn't say weakness is that bad, because when his BB he inflicts weakness at a very high rate. I think it was like 80% at BB 10 or something. So if you guys are watching like a lot of Ushi's videos, like what he's saying right now is weakness is like pretty much a Darwin Shell BB, that half off mitigation buff. And it's like really good. There's a couple of raid bosses who are actually susceptible to weakness, and that weakness that you inflict to them will pretty much give you a free Darwin Shell buff if you don't have it up. So weakness isn't that bad. I say weakness is actually really good, but yeah, Rogan is just.
What?
Wait, I think
Are you talking about injury?
injury. Yeah.
Oh, am I?
Injury is the one that lowers
Makes you
their
hit you.
attack by half.
Yeah, lowers their attack, right? Wait, injury
Well,
lowers.
the thing is, there's both so like they're both so like untalked about. It's confusing. Okay, so, but yeah, if it is it's the one where it decreases the heal amount, right?
I think weakness lowers the boss's defense, and then injury lowers the boss's strength.
Yeah, attack.
Yeah, so if
Injury
you,
is attack, weakness is defense.
Hey, weakness.
And-
Hey, that's still pretty good.
yeah, so what happens
I
is
wouldn't say.
what happens when you cause weakness to the boss is you hurt the boss more, and then when you cause injury to the boss, he hurts you less. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I'm just like putting my flame shield up. This guy's a 2-star, and I give him anima because yeah, I would probably give him a breaker just to trolls, because I want to see the damage. But this guy's actually usable when he gets to 6-star, so I'm gonna say anima, give him some survivability.
Okay.
Yeah, just to put in one quick thing, I know Lance said that Lilith's 6-star. Okay, so Lilith's 6-star has 1800 attack. Rogan's 6-star Lord has, I believe, 2300. So that's a 500 attack difference right there. Defense at Lord is 1900, where Lilith's is 1800. Reasoning between my Guardian type is because 2100 defense and 2100 attack. But I can see the reason for Anima, because Divine Stone is an item, and like you just need more HP for that. So I wouldn't mind having an Anima either for that reason.
All right, Nova, could you see a breaker Rogan?
I told the chat this. I don't know if you saw it, Trilax, but I said Trilax will pick Breaker Rogan.
Like I can see you guys wanting like an insane amount of damage, but for me, like the fact that I'm hurting the chances of Rogan living, and when you're taking Rogan, you're usually fighting really difficult bosses, and if you have a breaker, like just keeping your Rogan alive might be an issue, which is why I don't want to get that lower recovery, which is why I picked Guardian. But like breaker, like it just doesn't agree with me on this. Like sure, you can do it just to deal like insane amounts of damage all in one hit, so you can see it nicely.
But yeah, I Well, the thing is, I think Rogan his defense is decent. I think at lowered at 6 star is like 1903, so
Mhm.
so that's pretty decent. That's pretty good defense in my opinion. So
Has
and
to
then
be
if you
over
take
2,000 for me.
has to be over 2000. Yeah, and then if you take him as a as a breaker, like the highest max defense you can get is 1804. That's if you roll a really perfect breaker Rogan, you get a 1804 defense. And 1804, I think it's usable. I think for me, I think it's usable, but some people prefer a higher defense. But
Or you can get a 1,600 defense.
I know, but the thing is, you just look at that 2611
RNGs
breaker.
is, yeah, you
You
have
just
to
look at
have
that
to pay.
2600, like 2600 attack power from 6 star Rogan, and then you're just like, oh god, like, this sounds really good, really tempting, to get breaker.
All right, guys. I'm sure we can have a discussion on typing all day long, but we got to move on. Running short, so let's see. What did the viewers vote?
So 5 star, like we were talking about, 21 votes. Yeah,
5 star for the 5 star form.
yes, for the
Interesting.
5 star form. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right, guys. Please make a video of Rogan on his 5 star form. Put him in some sort of Carl fight and or Graw fight, and show us
Bring
what
to
Rogan can do.
Maxwell. Yeah, bring
Prove
bring
us
to
wrong.
Maxwell.
Yeah,
Oh,
guys,
Maxwell.
don't forget to do the
Bring to
1.2
Maxwell.
million
5-star.
SPV
That'll make the
that he
highlights
doesn't
on
have.
That would be really interesting. Like if you can beat him using 5 star Rogan, that's like I'd be really impressed.
YouTube. Interesting.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit there. Hold up, wait for me to charge up my BB real quick. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, the next unit we are ranking is the light unit Narza. Now, I have a question for Pika and I have a question for Lance, but Lance, you're going first. So yesterday, I believe Lance sent me a message over Skype. It was a picture of his of the summons that his little brother did, and looked like he had like a set of 8 Narzas. So my question to you, Lance, is how many Narzas do you really need?
I think all you really need is just 1, 2 at the max, like kind of like a Olu or Dharma Shell. You only need really, if you need it, you only need one of them. And then if for some reason you really like Narza, you can go with 2. Like 2 is justifiable. For example, sometimes you saw during the Maxwell fight that sometimes it goes. It doesn't take one team, but it'll take maybe 3 teams. So for those really long, drawn-out fights that you have to use multiple teams to fight down a tough boss like Maxwell, you can justify having 2 Narza. One for the first team, one for the second team, and hopefully it doesn't get to the third team. If it gets to the third team, that means you probably are not ready. That's why your teams are dying. But yeah, 1 is good. You don't even really need 1 because of Darvish Olu, but the thing is, he's nice to have, but you don't really need him. But he's just really nice to have. So 1 is good. I think 2 would be max. If I had more than 2, I would start fusing them into my Narza for extra BB levels. So yeah.
Okay, and go ahead and rank the unit in terms of usefulness at the moment.
Okay, so right now we only have really few units that have the 50% shield, like Dharma Shield and like Olu. And so now we have a third unit that has a 50% shield, which is Narza. So if you don't have Dharma Shield, if you don't have Olu, you can definitely bring in Narza. And Narza will be able to help out a little bit. And the nice thing about Narza is it also has the nullify elements for 3 turns. A lot of people were getting surprised that Maxwell was hitting them for really hard, even though he wasn't doing his secret songs or his rune. People were like, "Whoa, my unit died!" I didn't know what happened. And what happened was Maxwell, he caused injury and he caused weakness to your team. So the thing is, you might not have noticed it, but Maxwell can cause this to your units, and then he'll hit your team for really hard, really high damage, and you might not notice this. That's why some people are surprised that they get killed even though Maxwell is not doing his special attacks. And so if you bring Narza, Narza is going to be able to nullify those elements that Maxwell can cast on you, or for any bosses in the future that have like really nasty status effects, or for Frontier Hunter units that can cause really nasty status effects. He can nullify these elements, and he can also reduce damage by half. So for this reason, Narza is really good right now. And the only thing that he's lacking right now is the SBB and higher stats, which he's going to get with a 6-star. So currently right now, he's totally usable, and I would give him the 4-star. And of course, Animal Narza. I got two Guardian Narza, but I want one Animal Narza. So if I don't have a Animal Narza, Guardian Narza, almost this is good for me. So yeah, and yeah, so 4-star and Anima.
Okay. So next question's for Pika. A lot of people in chat have been asking this, and I've heard you say this on stream. So how do you exactly pronounce Narza? Is it Narza or Naruza?
Well, Narza was his Japanese one, right? Or am I just like crazy?
Yeah, Japanese.
Yeah, the thing is, I got so accustomed to his Japanese name, I keep calling him Naruza. And Narza just sounds really weird to me now. I just can't say Narza. I have to say it's like Naruza. It's like much more fulfilling when I say Naruza.
All right. Go ahead and rank the unit, Tony.
Alright, so Narza's not completely bad. The thing that most people struggle with right now with Maxwell is that they don't have like someone to nullify status elements like the tree does. Well, they do, but just someone who doesn't fulfill the like a good role in removing or nullifying status elements, and this guy actually does. But the thing is, this guy doesn't remove status elements, so he's not really like that great for Maxwell. Like, because I know a lot of people who came into my stream and be like, "Oh yes, Naruto came out. I can finally do Maxwell." Well, the thing is, if your team is like paralyzed, then he's not gonna help you. He's just gonna nullify any other status elements coming to you. But this guy, he is actually pretty. He's pretty good right now. 1/2 damage mitigation, and I give him a 3-star. I wouldn't give him a 4-star because if he healed status elements too, I would give him a 4-star totally. But since he only nullifies, then yeah, it's not consistent enough. So I give him a 3 stars, and I would say Anima because if he's 1/2 damage mitigation, then he's really important. You don't want this guy to die, so I say Anima.
Okay. And Nova, what's your opinion of Narza?
Guardian type, like Guardian 1/2 damage. I just put Guardian for that right away. So
I agree.
I already have my Guardian Narza. He does what he's supposed to do, and one thing I had noticed was I looked at his sword, and I was like, I was looking at my Wicked Blade. And I was like, that looks like a Wicked Blade. So I thought that's where the Wicked Blade came from. If I were to see like the Wicked Blade spear, that would be like Narza's sword. But his kit is really versatile, I think, because he's meant to be taken against single target bosses that do tons of damage, and that's why you bring the 1/2 damage off. Or even if you're using him against multiple enemies, 1/2 damage is good, and the nullification of ailments for 3 turns is nice as well because he only has a 23 battle crystal fill, I believe at
22, BB,
yeah, at like BB 10. So that's pretty low, and I just think that it's one of the units that everybody needs to have because there's no way you can replicate 1/2 damage off. So on that sense, like you just need one. You know, like if you don't have 1/2 damage, you need to get one, and Narza is pretty good because it has 1/2 damage. It doesn't matter if it gets a defense buff or even if it's status protection, that's all like on top of that because these units are nuts. So for that, I'm going to give Narza a 4-star. Stats wise, it's really balanced out. So even if you get like a Lord, don't get too upset. You'll just get like Maxwell, like a mini Maxwell kind of stat distribution. And when it gets 6-star, I think a lot more people will appreciate Narza. Kind of like how people appreciate Darwin Shell right now. And Olu might make a comeback since now we can't like crit through vortexes anymore, because I don't think the stacking of the changing elemental buffs might not work anymore for that weakness like mare. But crit would still work, but I just don't think it's enough damage to kill the vortex level 3. So you'd still have to gem, and I don't want to gem, so I'm gonna bring 1/2 damage and a 6-star Rogan if it's out for Selena, but most likely I'm gonna bring Lilith.
And the viewers vote for how many stars, Lance?
23 people voted 5 stars, so yeah.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
The final unit we are ranking tonight is Cuda. Cuda, the dark unit. Now, okay, looking at his skills, he gives attack buff, and for me, in my opinion, I just feel that we have so many units with attack buff, it's kind of making me sick. Is it the same for you guys? Tony?
Needs more defense.
I think this is Noah's favorite unit.
Oh,
or...
really? I would
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like Narza would be your favorite.
I don't know. Noah's been talking about Cuda for so long. Let's have Noah.
Yeah, it's more confusing to say it like that because I guess Cuda is the most unique unit in this set in that it's kind of difficult for a BB spam team. This is for like in the down the line, like BB spam team to kind of like fulfill all of the requirements of having like an insane hit count, while having like an attack buff and like a crit buff, but then that goes to 2 separate units, but you still need higher hit counts. And I think like Cuda just does all of that in the future, and that's why like everybody should be really hyped for it. Because I've been talking to people too, and I'm like, a lot of people are looking at like Kula, Ulkina, Rogan, and people should really take a second look at Cuda and like really see how crazy this guy is. But we're talking about his 5-star now. It's still pretty good. Like we said, it's kind of like mini Michelle in the fact that his buff isn't as high at his 6-star form, but at his 5-star form, I believe it's 100. No, it's 60%, which isn't that much. But
what if I said it was like a mini Ramna? That puts it in like a different context, right?
That's a defense buff, which I still like. Right. But, like the buff is the same, but that's just like 6-star Ramna, not really translating to 5-star for me. Okay. Like in the same sense. But he does hit 12 times for a 5-star, and that's pretty high for me. I don't know about you guys, but generating 24 battle crystals on a 5-star is really hard to find. I know Narza hits an insane amount of times as well, but he doesn't do an attacking Brave Burst. So 15 hits on his Brave Burst is pretty good for our regular BB. And I know we're moving on to more, a lot more BB spam teams. We already have the base for it. It's just people are still trying to catch up with all the new units getting released. So this guy kind of fulfills that as well. He has 15 hits, and I really like that about him. Stats-wise, he needs more defense, so Guardian typing. And it's not more so his like 5-star form is like really good. It's just that like I see the enormous amounts of potential in him. But for his 5-star, I have to give him 3 stars because 60% buff isn't as high, and the medium reduction battle crystals to max is pretty good, but it's not enough to make him like a 4-star yet right now. It's just that like I want to put my sphere frog on him and like have a unit with really high hit counts other than Maxwell, because Maxwell is kind of like the standard.
And your favorite typing is
do you even need to ask?
Oh, I just want to make sure because you have given Oracle in the past.
Yeah, I have given Oracle in the past. I've given at least one of every typing, at least, I think.
Yes. Okay, Tony, your turn. What's your ranking of Cuda?
Cuda, I say Cuda is actually really good right now. He's a jack of all trades. He does everything really well. He does arena, like very very good. 12 hits. He's only a 5-star. That's only down like the sad thing about him is that he's only 5-star right now, but he's still really good for arena. As Nova said, 12 hits, 24 crystal generations, really really good. And this guy has been showcased on a lot of arena battles. You've watched like people who all the YouTubers and Japanese reference here. And Cuda is actually really good for mono dark team arenas. And this guy is for questing, he's actually not that bad either. 15 hits for his BB, pretty damn good in my opinion for a 5-star. And he gives an attack buff, but his attack buff isn't as great. That's the only reason why I can't give him a 4-star, because he does everything great, but it's just his attack buff is like not as high as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna give him a 3-star anima.
And finally, Lance, your opinion on Cuda, please.
It's just right now, like he's like one of those units that Gumi wants them to do everything, but the thing is he doesn't do everything perfectly. You know, there's always like something a little bit off. You know, but I'm just really a fan of OP heroes like Maxwell does everything fine. You know, but the thing is, I think like a lot of Cuda is he wants to do a lot of things too. So right now he does a attack that does attack up, but the thing is the attack up is not that high. So, and the thing is, even though he's going to get a 6-star, which is going to increase it a little bit more, and I believe he got a crit buff too. The thing is, the percentage just goes up to 100%. You know, so it doesn't get to where you're like really impressed. You know, it's like, oh, it's good, you can use him, but the thing is, you're not really impressed by him. So I know that I know this guy's good. I saw his 6-star where he does 24 hits, and that's pretty good. You know, one of the highest attack hit counts. You know, which Maxwell is like 30, and then we have like a lot of 30s and then 28s, and this one and he hits like really close to it there. So that's why he's good. But the thing is, he doesn't do it well. You know, like if this guy for some reason hits like 34 hits or something, then that'd be something really unique. I think, what I'm trying to say is he doesn't bring anything unique to the units we have right now. So he's definitely usable right now with his Dark AoE attack, and he's definitely useful with his attack up buff, but the thing is, they're not at the point where it's significant to pick him over other units at his 5-star form. So for this reason, I'll give him 3-star, because he's usable right now, but you wouldn't pick him over 6-star units. So 3 stars, and I'll take anima too.
Okay, and the viewers vote for how many stars? For
5 stars, 17 votes.
5 stars.
Yep.
So overall, looking through the average, do you think this makes sense? Looks like Samira and Narza got the highest votes in this batch. What do you guys think?
Yay!
I think Narza is probably one of the best out of the set, and Samira is the best out of her Halloween set. So it does make some sense. What about you, Noah and Fika?
I'm actually more hyped about Cuda.
Cuda?
The thing is, oh my gosh, when his 6-star comes out,
it's
like the thing is he doesn't do like the top-notch buffs, but the thing is, if he does both crit buff and attack buff at a significantly like premium like level, then you could swap him in, and you could add in one more slot. You know, like one more slot to put another unit in is really, really, really like good, and it could change like your whole team like composition, and that's why I think he's really good.
I think that was the original reasoning behind Leoron, you know, because he did everything, but he didn't do it well. And look where he's at right now. Like I think Cuda is going to be different because Cuda actually has like a 24 hit count attack, so that's going to be the difference between Leoron. But the thing is, he has a crit buff. It's at 40%. You know, like why? If you're gonna bring him, like you just wouldn't bring him just for the crit buff, you know? Like Duelist GX, you know, Maxwell can definitely take care of the crit buff. But I think what really, stands him out is his 24 hit. For me. So, Nova.
Yeah, just looking at all these other units, I'm looking at every high hit count unit, and they're only one buff, or it's really difficult to get a high hit count unit with a double buff. And the double buff that Cuda provides is like you keep talking about Michelle, you keep talking about SGX. For me, those units are dead because they're way too old. Stats are way more important, like base stats, because we're getting into cost 27, cost 28, cost 30 units, and everything's getting harder as well. All those base stats count a lot more, especially when you're getting higher spheres to put on as well. Like we're getting more Leguans. We'll be able to make like I already have my Malice jewel, which